Hey guys, good morning, good evening. Can you hear me? Is my voice audible, guys, to everyone? Hi Musa, hi Yusuf. Can you hear me, guys, properly? Perfect, perfect,
Yes.
perfect. Just give 2 minutes more, guys, to let the folks join. Okay. Okay, I think we're on time, guys. Let's get started. But before starting, just a quick call, guys. You can hear me, guys, right? Properly? My voice is audible to everyone properly, guys?
Yes,
Perfect,
audible.
perfect. Okay. Okay, I think we're on time, guys. Let's get started, right? So we had a very good session yesterday, right, where we discussed about, right, how the navigation of our Oracle Fusion Cloud looks like, right? Basically, what are the right buttons which are available, right? What are the specific options which are available, right? Now, the first activity today, which we'll be trying is, right, we'll be creating a user account, okay, in our Oracle Fusion Cloud, right? So let me create my user account. Let me show you how the process happens, right? First, see the things with me, okay? Also, we'll start to discuss on our roles and privileges today. Okay, that will be also very much important. Okay, first study the things with me and then I'll take all your question. Okay, first study the topic with me, right? Now, if you remember, right, while logging off, right, your yesterday's session, what I discussed with you is, right, Oracle will ask me for one of a person whom I will need to create as a system administrator, right? System administrator is nothing but equivalent to an IT manager in Oracle Fusion. So if you talk about the role in Fusion, in Oracle Fusion, we call it as IT manager. Okay, by heart this thing in your mind. Okay. Now start using Oracle Cloud wording, guys. So someone asks you, right, who's the role? What is the role for your system administrator in Oracle Fusion? It is nothing but IT manager, which is there. Okay, do remember this thing, right? If you remember, I gave an example. I'll give my email ID, Varun Sharma's email ID, to Oracle, and Oracle will basically create myself as an IT manager. Now, if Varun Sharma is created as an IT manager, he is basically capable of creating other folks as IT manager. Let's say, right, you are my team. I want to have 3 or 4 members which will be created as an IT manager. So I can create Ashutosh also as IT manager. I can create Arya also as an IT manager. I can create specifically Varun also as an IT manager. I can create specifically Musa also as an IT manager. I can do this thing, guys. Okay. An IT manager can basically create other folks as an IT manager. Okay. That's also possible, guys. Okay. Always remember this point. This is nothing but your IT manager who is capable of creating the user account, deleting a user account, locking a user account, creating the role, assigning the role. This is all taken care by your IT manager. He'll be the person who will be basically controlling this all activity, right? Any user account, any account which will be getting created in the system will be through this particular IT manager only. Okay, do remember this thing. You can basically call him as an administrator in a very common word, right? He's the admin of this application. He will control who will get what access, guys. Okay, do remember this thing, right? Right now, if you see, right, this cloud instance which is there, right, this all folks, FinIMPL, HCMIMPL, and SCMIMPL, these are nothing but, right, your IT managers in the system, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. Now, what I'll do is I'll be basically logging into one of the right person as SCMIMPL, and I'll be creating a user account for myself, Varun Sharma. Okay, let's see how the process happens. So as I told, SCMIMPL is nothing but an IT manager. So he is capable of creating a user account. Okay, so we'll see today, right, how an IT manager can create an account. Okay, let me do a sign out and let's start from a fresh. Okay, right, right, and understand each and every point with me thoroughly. Okay, so SCMIMPL is an IT manager, right? He'll be creating my user account, guys. Okay, so I'm logging as a SCMIMPL user, right? Do remember, guys, only IT managers can create your account, right? Every user account which will be getting created will be created only by your administrator. Okay, nothing apart from that. Administrator is equivalent to IT manager. To create an account, right, you see this arrow which is there, click on this, right? Once Oracle basically makes a person as an right administrator, so he'll be basically having an option known as security console. Okay, where you can see the security console. Okay, if you go to the rightmost thing, you see this tool section which is there. Okay, click on this tool. Under this, You see this security console which is available. Here is a place where all the details, who has what access, right, what are the user account created, everything will be mentioned under this security console. This security console will be only visible to your administrator, guys. Access will be only with the help, right, will be only available with your administrator, right? That is equivalent to IT manager. Only IT manager can see this particular security console. Click on this, right? As SCM IMPL is an IT manager, he can see this particular security console thing. Right now, what is my aim, guys, is I want to basically create a user account in front of you. So see the navigation. Once you click on the security console, you see this tab, which is there at the left hand side in front of you. Click on this, okay? Click here, right, on the user. If you are having any existing user, you can search it up here. But my aim right now, guys, is to create a fresh user account. So you see at the top, you see this button, add user account. Click on this, okay? Click on this add user account. So let me create a user account with my name. Okay, so I type the name here as Varun, the first name, and Sharma, which is there. Okay, now see one thing which is there. Okay, as soon as I type Varun Sharma, right, Oracle generates a username for me, Varun.Sharma. Direct question comes in an interview. What is a direct, right, or what is a default username generation nomenclature of Oracle? Do remember, by default nomenclature which is followed by Oracle is first name dot last name. Always remember this thing. This is a default one. Can I alter it up? 110% you can alter it up, right? Do remember, as a good functional consultant, as a good functional consultancy practice in the market, we suggest our clients to go with email ID or employee number as a username, guys. That will be a better practice. Take an example. Let's say whichever IT company you guys been working, right? There is a possibility that a person might have specifically, right, multiple folks might be with the same name. Possible. Let's say if in our call itself, right, I'm also Varun, right, I have one more guy whose name is also Varun, right? Take an example, I have a company, right, there are three Varun Sharma, four Varun Sharma. Then what happens is, what Oracle does is Varun.Sharma 1, Sharma 2, Sharma 3. That does not look good, guys. Imagine I'm giving the right system to the users, right? They're seeing Varun Sharma 1, Sharma 2, Sharma 3. Does not look good, right? If you see in your IT company also, even if multiple folks are having same name, same surname, but their email ID will be always unique, right? Even your employee number, which is there, the employee ID or the employee number which you call in your company, right? That will be always unique. Having multiple folks with same name, same surname, but company basically makes sure that your corresponding employee name or email ID is something which is unique, right? So generally, a good practice which is there, guys, is to always go with employee number. So whenever you come on board, right, whenever let's say you are a manager of the project, right, insist your client to go with your right employee ID or employee manager. That's a better practice, guys. Okay, but what is a by default culture followed by Oracle? Someone asked you, it is first name dot last name. Okay, remember this thing. Give the password. Here is a place where you can see the password policy, guys. Okay, you see this, at least 8 character and one number. What Oracle follows a policy is, right, you should have at least 8 characters should be there and one number should be used. Okay, so I'm putting a password here as welcome. Okay, one. Okay, I'm keeping W capital, guys. Okay, welcome. Okay, one. Make sure, right, your password and confirm password should match. Okay, if it's not matching, Oracle will not allow you to create it up, right? Let's click on save and close. So what it will do is, it will basically create a user account into the system. See this, I have just created a user account. I have not added any roles, any access to this, just a blank user which is there. Let's create it into one more instance. Okay, so have a good revision. I'm picking one more second instance. Okay, there also I'll do the same activity. Okay, let's do this thing, right? Go here, right? Copy the password so that you remember the steps, guys. Okay, by heart it in your mind. Okay, logging with SCM IMPL user, same navigation, right? Do remember, instance wise navigation will not change, guys. Okay, process of creating of your user account will always remain the same, right? It was 10 years also back, same process. Moving ahead also it will be the same process. Go here. Okay, right, once again a quick revision, right? Go to tools, right, under this security console. Okay, come here, right, start remembering the navigation. Tools, security console, come to your user screen. Okay, click on add user account, right? Now, right, same person I'll create so that I have a user account in both the system, guys. Okay, Varun Sharma. Okay, here, see this, right? See this. Now what has happened is there is already one Varun Sharma available, right? So what has Oracle done is, right, Varun.a.Sharma, right? Depends actually, right? It will be Varun Sharma 1, it can do Varun.a Sharma, it can do, correct? Depends on this. Welcome 1 is the password which I am keeping here. Okay. But generally Oracle goes with your specific Sharma 1, Sharma 2, right? It sometimes goes with .a, .b, that also it can do, guys. Okay. Make sure your password is same. Save and close. So what will happen is Oracle will be basically creating my user account in the system. Give it few seconds, right? Your user account has got created. Now what I'll do, guys, is let me log out of this instance from SCM IMPL and let me log in with Varun Sharma, guys. Let's see how the screen looks like. Okay. You'll see a change in the screen, guys. Okay. Logging out. Let's log in with Varun Sharma. Okay. Keeping the password as welcome1. Okay. I'm keeping welcome1, guys, so that you guys can also access my user account, right? After the practice, after the session, you can use my user account also. Okay. Now, if you see here, right, if you remember when I was with SCM IMPL user, I was seeing many things altogether. I was seeing specifically, right, everything altogether. I was specifically seeing order management, procurement, multiple modules which are there. Do you see all the modules here? No, right? Right. At the same time, couple of more points. Let's do it in the first instance also. Let me log out here. Okay. Same thing. We'll do it up here also. Do a sign out. Let's log in with Varun Sharma. Okay. Welcome on. Why I just wanted to show you in both the instances so that you know the things, guys. Okay, just a practice for you. Okay, come here. Right. If you remember when I was with SCM IMPL user, I was seeing many things, guys. I was seeing reports analytics, right? I was seeing contract management, order management, procurement, supply chain execution, AR, AP, everything I was seeing. Do you see everything here? No, right? Second thing, if you remember what I taught you yesterday, based on the user account, right? Your corresponding name will change here. Which particular user I created in front of you right now with my name, Varun Sharma. That's why you see this Varun Sharma here. If Musa creates his account, his name will be coming up. As I told, right, there are three things which are there: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, which is there, right? I'm into Indian time zone right now, right? You see good morning. According to your time zone also, Oracle will change the wording. Okay, do remember this thing. See this, right? If you see, I do not have the access which is available, right? If you go to here, tools, right? No access will be there. Do you see security console with Varun Sharma? No, because he's not an IT manager in the thing. But couple of question might be arising in your mind. You can see product management, right? I can see subscription management. Why this is coming by default, which is there? Do remember, right, there is a concept of auto provisioning which is there, where you can auto provision some rule. That is something which you'll study with me. Okay, just hold on for this. We have auto provision product management. When I say auto provision means is whenever a new user account will be getting created, you can basically auto provision a module also. Just an example, right? This is something which we have tried in the system and it's up and running. Okay, where you can do auto provisioning. Okay, don't worry, I'll teach you what is auto provisioning. But main thing to understand is what we saw right now is how to create a user account into the system, right? If you see the other features which are available are nothing but the default ones which is there. If you see this Cloud Customer Connect, this is just a free link which is available, which allows you to navigate to the community.oracle.com. Okay, this is a website of Oracle where basically you can connect with multiple Oracle Fusion consultants which are there, right? It's a community which is there. Just like you have a community on LinkedIn, I will suggest every folk guys which is there in the call to please come on this community, because what happens is you come to know what are the issues being faced, right? Let's say, right, you can see, okay, PwC is facing an issue, Deloitte focus consultant is facing some issue. They post their ideas, they post their comment actually, right? So I'll basically suggest you guys also to come here, register also. It's free of course, guys, no money involved altogether. Okay, but how it helps me is, right, it basically comes to, okay, a new issue has come, new error has come, right? It is very important. So connect yourself to class, right? Oracle Cloud Customer Connect, right? This is basically for your knowledge purpose. Just like you have a community in LinkedIn, you can be basically having a community of Oracle Cloud Customer Connect, which is there. How I basically, right, keeps you interested here as a part of it is, let's say an issue is there, a PwC consultant has posted it up, or a Deloitte consultant has posted up, right? You can provide solutions also, guys. Okay, you can provide your ideas, your ideology. Okay, it's a free link. That's why, right, when you create a user account, it will be automatically available. Okay, do remember this thing. If you see, yesterday it was showing as SC because I logged in with SCM IMPL. Why it is showing VS? Because I've logged in with Varun Sharma here, guys. So your first credential of your first name and last name will be taken into consideration. If you click here, you will find very less option. Reason behind that is, right, I have not added any role to my particular account, right? It's just a blank user which I have created into the system. Okay, so what I can conclude is out of this is any user which I create in any user which I create in Oracle Fusion, right? The access is something which is controlled by a roles which I assign. Who will got what privilege is something which I can control into the system. Okay, do remember this thing. So this is where our next step is coming. How to provide and what to provide an access to a particular user. This is something which you control with your role access, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. Before seeing the things into the system, understand the points thoroughly, guys, and conceptually. Okay, do remember there are two types of roles in Oracle Fusion. One is known as standard roles and other one is known as custom roles. Okay, do remember this thing. Let me write it down first. There are two types of roles in Oracle Fusion: standard role, right, and custom roles, which is there. By the word, it is clear. Standard roles are nothing but the default roles which are provided by Oracle, guys. Okay, these are nothing but the standard roles which are by default. Whenever you purchase Oracle Fusion Instance Cloud, these roles will be by default available in the system. Okay, you do not have to create it up. At the same time, Oracle gives you an option to create your own roles also in the system. That is something which you can do with your custom role. We'll study both the things line by line. Okay, let's have a revision first. Standard roles are nothing but, right, your specifically by default roles which are provided by Oracle. Whenever you purchase the Oracle Instance Cloud, this roles will be automatically available, right, in the cloud instance. And whom you want to assign, you can basically check it out. Custom roles are nothing but, right, basically Oracle gives you a provision to create your own roles into the system. I can create my own new role into the system. That is something which can be done with your custom role, guys. First, let's study the standard role. So understand some of the critical points. Okay. Right now in your Oracle Cloud instance, there is about 15,982 roles, right? Standard roles which are available in the system. Okay. Do remember this thing, right? Now, if you ask me personally also, even I do not remember each of this 15,982 roles. Okay. No need to remember also in your interview. No one will ask you each and every custom and each and every standard role which is there. Okay. Do remember this point. Okay. But what happens, guys, is, right, once you register with us for the course, we have a sheet available. This is which prepared by me itself, right, where all this 15,982 roles are mentioned. So once you get registered with us for the course, within 2 or 3 days, you'll be getting a sheet from my end where all this 15,982 standard roles will be mentioned. So this will basically help you when you go to a real-time project and will be working as a shadow resource with me. There it will help you, guys. Okay. But it's not like that, right? All the standard roles you need not to remember. Some of the standard roles are critical that at least you should remember, guys. Okay, which I'm about to explain you. Okay. Let's have a revision. Standard roles are nothing but, right, the by default roles which are provided by Oracle. Currently in the system, there are 15,982 standard roles which are available. Okay. Once you register with us with the course, guys, you will be getting a complete sheet. A PDF sheet will be provided to you where all this 15,982 roles are mentioned. When I say 15,982 roles, it includes all the modules, not only SCM, guys, finance, right, manufacturing, every module it is included. Also your human capital management. Okay. So you can use that as a Bible. Okay. You can keep it inside with you in your bag. So whenever there's a requirement, you want to see the role, you can refer that particular sheet. Okay. Which we will supply you. Okay. Till now in the market, Oracle has also not published that sheet. Only we have it up because we have prepared it up altogether. Okay. It took us around, right, 3 months to prepare that sheet. Okay. Now tomorrow, if a new role is coming from Oracle, we can add it up. Okay. So have that sheet with you. As I was coming right to the point, it's not like that you do not have to remember any role. No, but there are some specifically, right, fundamental roles, which we call it as base fundamental role. That is something which will be expected out of you that you should remember. So now what Oracle says is every module, if you pick, let's say if you are picking manufacturing, right, there are 5 basic fundamental, right, manufacturing roles which are there in Oracle Fusion. At least this fundamental role you need to remember in this, right, from your end. Every module, let's say if you pick procurement has 5 basic fundamental roles which are there. This is something which will be expected out of you, guys, right? When you go to interviews, at least your interview will be expecting that, okay, the 5 basic fundamental roles of each module you should remember. Okay. And I'll be telling you line by line, guys. Okay. So let me write it down first here. Let me reiterate my point. Always remember there are 15,982 roles available in Oracle Fusion standard role. Out of this, at least the base fundamental roles of each and every module you should remember. What Oracle makes a statement is every module has 5 basic fundamental roles. If this 5 basic fundamental roles are assigned to your user account, you can do the entire implementation of that particular module. That means if, let's say, if I pick an example of procurement module, 5 fundamental roles of procurement modules are assigned to my user account, I can do the entire procurement implementation. Okay, this is something which would be expected out of you in the interviews, guys. When you go to interview, your interviewer might ask the direct question, what are the 5 basic fundamental roles of your procurement module or order management module? Okay, that is something expected. Let's take an example of procurement module. So let me write it down, the 5 fundamental roles of procurement module. Okay, let me first write it down, then I'll explain you each of them in front of you. Okay, the first one which comes into practice is procurement application administrator. Okay, this is like an administrator role in procurement module, guys. Okay, second fundamental role for your procurement module is procurement catalog administration. Don't worry, guys, I have to explain you each of this role. I'm just writing the points in front of you. Okay, I'll explain you each of them. Administrator. Okay, the third fundamental role in your procurement module is buyer role, which is there. Okay, buyer is nothing but the person who has a capability of purchasing the item. Okay, similarly, you have a role for supplier, guys. Okay, supplier administrator, which is there. Do remember, guys, once again I iterate, I'm discussing in front of you the fundamental which is there. Many supplier roles are available. The ones which I discuss are the fundamental one, the basic ones which are there. Okay, and the final one is nothing but your receiving agent. This is something which would be expected out of you in your interview, guys. And you practice with me, you'll see the things, you'll basically remember it up. At least directly your question can come in your interview. What is supplier administrator role? What is receiving agent role? What is buyer role which is there? Okay, this type of question can come directly to you. Your interview will also focus on the fundamental roles. At least fundamental role you should remember for each and every module. So if you see here, I have basically reprinted in front of you the fundamental roles for your procurement module. Okay, now let's go line by line. First one, the procurement application administrator role. Let's say I'm a newcomer. I do not know Oracle Fusion Cloud, Now I want to understand about the standard role. So Oracle provides you a section here, guys. Okay, sign out, go back to your SCM IMPL. Okay, there's one section which is provided by Oracle where you can review all your standard roles which are there. Okay, so let's log in back with our SCM IMPL. Come here. Okay, go back to our favorite section, security console. Okay, our complete discussion now moving ahead in the upcoming session will be on the security console, guys. Okay, so focus a lot on that. Go back to your tools. Under this, you see the security console. Click on this. Come here. You see this role section. Here is a place where you can basically search all your standard role, custom role. This is like a repository where Oracle has you can see all your standard role, custom roles available. If you create a custom role also, that will be also visible here. Right now, the first standard role which I want to see is procurement application administrator one. Okay, couple of points from mine, guys. This is for all the EBS folks. Do remember, this is Oracle Fusion, guys. You do not have to type any modular operator, nothing like that. Okay, in EBS, you remember you used to type modular sign for the like operator, nothing like that. Okay, this is Oracle Fusion. It is much enhanced, much powerful as compared to EBS. Okay, directly the search will work, so no need to type modular sign, percentage sign, any wildcard operator, not required. Okay, see here automatically what Oracle mentioned, enter 3 or more character. At least you need to enter 3 characters so that Oracle can search for you. Okay, see this, Oracle is searching for you automatically. Okay, so please forget about EBS, come to Fusion now. Okay, Fusion perspective, no need to use any wildcard operator, no need to use any modular operator. Okay, the first role which I'm discussing in front of you is your procurement application administrator. Okay, see this, and give me a minute, guys. I'll have some water. Give me a minute, please. Sorry. Let's fall back. Okay, so if you see, here is a place where you can search your standard role, any standard role which is there, some of the critical points which is there. Okay, do remember Oracle follows a concept of name and code in Oracle Fusion. Okay, if you see, every role which is there will have a name and code. whenever you want to differentiate a standard role from a custom role, always remember, if you see, the standard role will have a wording or a code starting with aura. Okay, so whenever you are searching any of the role here, if the code is starting with aura, do remember this is a standard role. This is your differentiation. This is not mentioned on Oracle website also. Not all the folks are also aware about it. Okay, so please remember, right, whenever you want to search any role and you want to know that is it a standard one or is it a custom one, if the code is starting with wording as aura, right, always remember that is nothing but a standard role in Oracle Fusion. Okay, this is a differentiator which is there. Okay, see this, right, I have not created this role in front of you. This is a default one which is provided by Oracle. Once you purchase Oracle Fusion Cloud, this role will be automatically there in the system, right? You can search it up. See the description. Responsible for technical aspect of keeping the procurement application system available as well as configuring the application to meet the need of the business. This is like an administrative role in your procurement application, guys. This will basically give me a complete access to right of your procurement application, right? I can configure, I can basically do all the technical stuff, right? So in your procurement module, you can call this as your right administrative role, right? What are the privileges which are available in this particular role? You can see at the right hand side. So if I assign this role to my user account, right, I can basically import a supplier, right? I can basically perform the item catalog activity. I can do the purchasing activity, right? I can basically create the workflows which are there. I can do contract setup, everything, right? Do remember, this is a standard role. I cannot do any alteration to this, right? This is a standard one. No changes to be can be done to your standard role. Okay, standard. That's why we call it a standard, right? See this, right? All the access which are available are mentioned here, guys. I can manage the user. I can upload the data, right, to this particular if this role is assigned to my user account. Okay, similar to procurement application administrator, you have a catalog administrator role which is there. Let's search that also. Okay, give me a minute, right? You'll find it up here available. Okay, see this, right? If I search procurement catalog administrator, right, code is also starting with the wording as aura. This is like your catalog administrator, right? What is the main function of catalog administrator is, right? I'll give you a very good example. Whenever you go to Amazon, Flipkart, let's say today you are planning to purchase round collar t-shirt which is there, okay, or let's say a green color t-shirt, Puma t-shirt which is there. You type there, right, Puma t-shirt, you type specifically, let's say, right, green color t-shirt. Let's say if I just type right white color t-shirt, what happens is a list of catalog will be shown in front of you. Correct, that is something which happens, right? That is nothing but, right, a different categories also will be available. You'll have filter criteria also. You can filter, let's say, round neck t-shirt. You can filter by collar t-shirt, right? This is something which is available with you. What is that? That is nothing but your catalog management which is there. When you purchase an item, right, there will be some team which will be sitting in the background who is managing this catalog which is there. So in Oracle Fusion also, whenever a buyer purchases the item, which is a team which basically manages this catalog hierarchy, right? What are the category available? This is something which is done by your catalog administrator, guys. So catalog administrator, whenever a purchasing happens, is basically managing multiple things, the shopping list, right? Your specifically how your catalog hierarchy will look like. Don't worry, we'll see these things into the system. But understand this example, whenever you search anything on Amazon, Flipkart, right? How that right search result is managed actually. This is something which is done by your catalog administrator thing. So if this role is assigned to my user account, I can do the catalog management. Okay, do remember this thing. The next two roles which you see in front of you, right, is nothing but the buyer and the supplier role, right? If you see, these are the two key players in your P2P cycle. Buyer is nothing but the person who is basically capable of purchasing the item, right? Supplier is nothing but the person who will supply the item. Buyer will purchase, supplier will supply, right? If you see, it's something which is by wording itself very much easily understandable. Buyer is nothing but, right, a person who will buy the item, right? Supplier is someone, right, who will be basically supply the item. Correct, that's a key point altogether. Do remember, people have a very misconception that every employee of the company will be a buyer. No, that's not the case, guys. See, your IT company, whichever IT company you are working, guys, right, you do not purchase tables, chairs, laptop for your IT company. Correct, there will be a separate department, admin department, which is there. Correct. See, in our company also, we are UnoGeeks, but I am not a person who purchase tables, chairs, laptop for my company. No, we have a separate IT department. In your company also, there will be one IT department, right, who purchase the tables and chairs. So always remember, every person will not be a buyer. Buyer will be very specific, who has a capability to purchase. Let's say in your company, there will be one IT help desk or IT department which will be there. They manage the laptop, they manage your corresponding specifically mouse, keyboard, right? Who will get what, right? There is a team for that, right? That's known as your IT team, which is there, correct? So always remember, not every employee of the company will be a buyer, right? Buyer are very specifics which are there, right? Next come the next party, that is nothing but supplier, right? This is nothing but who will supply the goods, guys. The supplier administrator, which will be there. Why these two are the key players? Because in P2P cycle, these are the two key players. Someone will buy the item, someone will supply the item. So if these roles are assigned to you, right, you can basically have a capability of buying the item, guys. Okay. Similarly, your supplier will get an access to supply the item. Okay. You can see your roles here, right? Search it up, right? Why I'm showing this screen to you guys is so that you can know, right, okay, what are the privileges which are available and where you can review it up. Let's say you are a newcomer, your first time understanding Oracle Fusion Cloud, right? This will make the things much easy for you guys. Okay, you can come to the screen, see the description, you can see what are the privileges which are there. Okay, that will help you. So if you see here, this is nothing but your buyer role. See the description: procurement professional responsible for the transaction aspect of the procurement process. So he is a person who will be capable of creating the agreement, requisition. He'll be the person who will be capable of creating the negotiation, creating the purchase order, right? Everything can be done. And you can see the privileges also which are there. He can do item query. He can basically see the supplier, right? He can basically try to see the purchase order, create a purchase order, create the agreement, right? Every access which will be there. Okay, do remember this thing. The last one which you see in your picture is nothing but receiving agent. See the wording itself. This is a person who will be capable of receiving the item, right? Whenever supplier supplies the item, there should be some team, right, who should receive the item. Now someone might say that it should be buyer only who should receive the item. No, there are cases, right, where buyer team is separate, receiving team is separate, guys. Okay, take an example, right? You would have seen in front of you itself, whenever you visit DMart, okay, do see that DMart will have a right storekeeper place which will be there. Okay, there'll be a background place which will be there, which will be closed for the consumers, right? No one can come there. You as a normal person cannot do that. What happens is, right, big trucks comes to DMart. They have a storekeep place which is there where they receive the item. You would have seen a person will be having a pen and paper in his hand and he'll be counting. Okay, 10 packets of Coca-Cola had been received, 10 Maggie packets have been received, right? What is that? That's just nothing but a receiving agent, guys. He is a person who manages, okay, what items have been received, is the correct item received or not, right? In your P2P also, receiving agent will play a role, correct? Because when, right, you're receiving the item, you need to make sure, right, the item is correctly received, right? What they this guys do is DMart will have a place. Just let me write it down in front of you here. Imagine, right, this is DMart shop, okay, store which is there, okay. Just beside that, they will have a storekeeper place which will be there, okay. What these people do is, right, first they receive the item in the storekeeper, all the boxes are received there, right? And then their team start to arrange the particular item in the DMart shop. So in this place, right, storekeeper place, there will be one storekeeper which we call it as receiving agent in a very normal term. If I say storekeeper, he basically receives the item, right? Okay, and he will have a pen and paper in his hand. 10 boxes received, 2 boxes missing, right? He'll basically maintain the stock altogether. So receiving agent is nothing but a person who basically receives the item, right? This is also a very key role which is there, right? Now if you have these 5 roles in your user account, right, then you can do the entire P2P implementation. Now what we'll do, guys, is we will add this role to our user account. Just now, if you see, you had created Varun Sharma. Let's go here. Okay, let me search here Varun Sharma first, right? Now if you see, I'm coming to the user screen. I have already created a user account, correct? So I do not have to click on add user account. I am searching my existing user account. Let's say if you remember the username, well and good. If you do not remember the username, you remember the last name, you remember Sharma, you remember first name, accordingly you can search it up. Okay, once again, I do iterate, guys. No need to type modular sign, any like operator. Oracle will do the search automatically for you. Now let's say I just remember that I created with name as where, right? And just testing, just click on enter. Automatically Oracle will search for you, right, with this particular name, right? Whichever, at least 3 character you have to type, right? Oracle will search the things with you. Point to note here, guys, right? Point to understand. See this, I just type Varun here, right? So Varun Sharma, Varsha, right? Whosoever has created with that name, right, will be available. So it's a like operator inbuilt which is there. This is my one, Varun Sharma. Click here. Now my aim is basically to add some standard role. See this right now? You see this role screen is blank completely because when I created a user account in front of you, did I add any role? No, I kept it as a blank user. Now my aim is to basically add some roles to this account, right? First, I'm adding a standard role. Okay. So click on this add role. Let's add some standard role to this particular user. Okay. Type here procurement application administrator. Click here, add role membership. Okay. Click on done button, right? Let's add whatever standard roles which you have discussed. Let's add a couple of more. Okay. Let's add, right, this catalog role also, procurement, right? This catalog administrator, add role membership. Okay, so whichever role you want to add to your user account, you can do this thing, right? Let's add one, right? This one role also. Let's say add buyer role also. No limitation, guys, right? There's no limitation that you can add only 5 to no, right? N number of roles you can add it up. Okay, so I added basically 3 roles in front of you guys. Okay, just for your preference. Save and close, right? So what will happen is this roles will be getting assigned to this person, Varun Sharma. Now what I'll do is, right, let me log out of the instance, right? And let me log in with Varun Sharma. Let me see what is a change in the screen. Okay, let's see with that. First, let's confirm here. Do a sign out, come out of the screen. Okay, let me log in with, right, Varun Sharma. Let me see how does the screen looks like. Okay, now you'll see some change here, guys. Now, if you see, right, were you seeing procurement last time? No, right? Now, if you see procurement tasks have got added, you can see purchase agreement, you can see, right, purchase order, you can see purchasing catalog, right? Why it has got added? Because I have added procurement role to my user account, guys. Okay. So what I can conclude here is, right, everything in Oracle Fusion gets controlled with your roles and privileges, which is there. Now, why I can see the procurement access is because I have assigned Varun Sharma with, right, one of this access, which is there, of procurement module. This is very much important, guys. If you go to the right hand side, guys, you'll see one more thing which is there. Click on my enterprise. You see this setup and maintenance. If you see, right, I had added administrator role to my user account. Why I can see setup and maintenance? Because procurement application administrator can do the configuration into the system. That's why I can see the, right, setup and maintenance stars. So what we can conclude here is everything in Oracle Fusion gets controlled with your roles and privileges, which is there. Whatever module access which you want to do is something which will be, right, controlled with your roles. Not only, right, module wise, right, within the module also which access which you want to do, you can control it up. This is about the standard role which is there, guys, which we have discussed. Okay, to remember this thing. Now till this point, any doubt, any question anyone has, guys, before we move ahead? Please feel free. Any doubt, any question from anyone? Abdul, Arya,
Yeah,
Ashutosh,
hi,
Musa.
Varun.
Yeah, hi, buddy. Go ahead, go ahead. Tell me.
Yeah, we
Tell
have
us.
created two users, Varun.Sharma, Varun.A.Sharma, right?
No, nobody. What I did is, right, two instance were there, right? Two instance parallelly
Correct.
added, right?
But they don't have the same server to
Instance is
save.
separate now. Instance is separate now, buddy. This is ESEV instance. That is nothing but your other instance, right? ET81. In two different instance I
Okay,
created. Okay.
okay, fine, fine.
Okay, got it. Right? Any other question? Any other point, guys? Abdul, Arya, Asutosh, Imran. Is the concept clear, guys? That's the most important thing, right? Prashant.
Yes, yes,
Perfect,
yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Yes,
Imran,
one
Prashant.
one question here.
Sorry. Yeah,
So,
Prashant. Go ahead, go ahead.
so role is a group of roles or role is a group of privileges?
Role is a group of privileges which is there. Within the role you have multiple privileges which is there. Let's take an example, procurement, right? Let's say buyer role. If you see, so
Yes.
buyer will have privilege. Let's say he can create purchase order, he can create negotiation, he can basically request for quotation, he can basically do an item inquiry. So these are your privileges within the role. Okay,
Okay.
got
Okay.
it,
So
right?
can we modify the existing role, maybe a custom role, and add some new
That is
privileges
in
to
your
it?
custom role, guys, buddy.
Yes.
Standard role cannot be altered. This is standard one, which I showed you,
Yes.
right? Yes, in your custom role, you can create a custom role on top of standard role, which I'll teach you. Okay, we can do
Okay.
that. Okay,
Thank you.
we'll see that. Yeah, Varun, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So today you explained those 5 roles for procurement. Like I understood a little bit, and these are the 5 standard roles which we would be assigning to the user. Then only the user will be able to do the transactions related to procurement. But whenever you will explain whenever we'll learn the procurement part, at that time we'll get more idea like why
Exactly.
this particular,
Correct.
because right now we are like new to this procurement
Exactly.
and all. So
Correct.
okay.
Yeah, correct. That's a correct point, right? So when you'll go with me in the P2P cycle, you'll see the importance of this. Okay. Our main focus was understanding the roles, how to assign the role. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Any other question, any other point, guys? Right? Yeah, Yusuf, go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, quick one. The setup and maintenance is only available for the administrator, right? That who
Yep.
does the configuration.
Yes. Let's say
Okay,
when you go
thank
to
you.
a live project, you'll not give it to the user. Okay, let's say I'm your
Yeah,
client. Okay, you'll not give me the thing, right? Setup amendment, because what will happen then I can alter other people's user account, correct? So main user will not get it up, correct? It will be only your IT department who will take care of it, correct?
yeah, and yeah, thank you. You answered my question. And the other one, let's say that I'm a company and I have two modules. I have finance and I have SCM.
Hmm.
So if I create one user in one module that reflects everywhere, however, it doesn't have all the roles, right?
Correct. So let's say if you want to add financial role also, you can do that for sure. User is generic, right? Whichever role you want to assign, you can take care of it, no issues.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question, any other point, guys? Please feel free. Concept clarity is the most important thing, guys. Okay. Do remember, guys, 5 years, 10 years back, also the steps were same of creating the user account. After 10 years, also the step will remain the same. Okay. So once you practice the things, right, things becomes easier. It gets by hearted in your mind. So please make sure, guys, right, things are very much remembered. Okay. And as I start giving you homeworks also, right, will be very much easy for you. Okay. So before moving ahead, let's have a quick revision. Today, what we did is we first created a user account, okay, a blank user. We understood, okay, how to create a user account. Then what we did is basically we assigned some standard roles to that particular person. That's a key, guys. Okay. See this, guys, right now I have taught you about procurement foundation roles, which are there. Okay. Main basic fundamental role to procurement. As we go module by modules, right, when you'll be basically, right, I'll be teaching you order management. That time I'll be teaching you 5 fundamental roles related to order management. When we'll go to your product management, I'll teach you 5 fundamental roles related to your PIM module altogether. Okay, so that will make your job easier, guys. Module by modules, we'll study and remember the role. Okay, to remember this thing. Now let me teach you a negative test case also, guys. Okay, this is happy things which we are seeing. Okay, but I'll tell you what are the cases which you might face. Sometimes what happens, guys, is okay. This is, let's say I can say out of 100, 2 or 3 scenario. What happens is, even when you assign the roles to your user account, right, the roles will not be visible to your screen. Happens. It is something you might also come across altogether. I am openly saying this is out of 100, 1 or 2 case which happens, guys. Okay, what happens is you basically add the role to your user account, but when you do a logout, okay, the roles access might not be visible to you. Let's say I added right now procurement. As soon as I logged in with Varun Sharma, procurement was visible. But let's say I'm in one of that 100 scenario, right, out of 101 scenario, I added the role, right, but the access is not visible. May happen, right? Possible. What are the different reason for this is because whenever the server is heavy, right, backend load is heavy, it might happen this thing. In that case, Oracle has provided one program which is there, guys. Okay, do remember this program, right? This is something which you might be using in your real-time project also. Okay, which we call it as retrieve LDAP changes. Okay, this is a program which is provided by Oracle, which basically allows you to do the synchronization, right? Whenever there is a right corresponding change in the role or a change in the access which is there, by chance, if you are not able to see this particular changes, what Oracle says on their website also is that you can run this program. For me right now, it would have been easy, guys, to move to the next topic. But why I'm teaching you this negative test case also, because you should know this thing, right? It will be very much important you do a deep dive. So whenever you come across a situation where the synchronization has not happened, your account has not synced, right, your roles have not got synced, the solution which you have, which is provided by Oracle, is you should run this retrieve LDAP changes, right? How can you run this? Let's check it out. Okay, so happy scenario is fine, guys, but negative scenarios are also important, no? To know this thing. Okay, let's log in with our SCM IMPL user. Okay, so have this point in your mind, right? Whenever there's an issue, synchronization is not happening, run this program, your issue will get resolved. Okay, Why this situation arises, guys, is because sometimes the load on the server is heavy, right? Sometimes what happens is syncs does not happens from Oracle server, right, correctly. In that says server basically, sorry, Oracle suggests this solution, guys. Okay, I'll be very open. This is something which is out of 100, one time you might face or two time you face, right? I'll be very open with you, right? Or it might happen, you might not face this scenario also. It might happen this thing. Okay, I think from right last 1 year I have not faced this scenario, to be very open with you. Okay, but why you should know? Because initially when we work with Oracle, we face this scenario. Okay, it might happen, it come across in your life. Okay, so better is to remember the solution also, guys. Go to the right hand side. If you see, right now I'm teaching how to basically schedule a program. That is nothing but how to run a program in Oracle. In this tools, right, under this you see the schedule process. Here is the place where all the programs which are initiated in the background by Oracle will be there. Okay, so you can schedule your process also, guys. Okay, copy this program name. Okay, click on schedule new process. So whenever you face this situation where the sync has not happened, right, you can run this program once again, right, showing you the navigation so that you remember it up. I'll still once again show you the navigation, right? Go to tools within this schedule process. Okay, to all the EBS folks which I have, this is something you can imagine like your concurrent program screen which is there. Okay, all the EBS folks which is there. Schedule new process, right? Now, if you remember the program name, well and good. If you do not remember, you can search it also. Okay, Oracle will give you an option here to search your program. I remember the program name. I'll directly type it up and search it up. Okay, right. Or even you can do is right here. You can see is this. Right. Okay. Let me give it a minute. Just a minute. Is my spelling wrong? Just give me a minute, guys. Yep, it will be there. Okay. One more key point from my end, guys, right? If you see, I mentioned one statement that you might not use to have a modular operator in Oracle Fusion, but still there are some screens which are there in Oracle Fusion, guys. I'll be very open with you, right? Where you might use this modular operator. Okay, I'll show you, right? In some of the task options also, right? This is there. 99% of the screen from Oracle has been completely changed where you do not require modular operator, but there are some screen which is there where you might require the modular operator. Actually, my spelling was wrong. That's why it was not coming. This is a program which is there. You see this, right? Retrieve latest LDAP changes. See the description of this program. Synchronizes user roles grants with the definition in LDAP. Now someone might be having a question, sir, what is LDAP actually? LDAP is nothing but a location where, right, all this particular, right, specifically dictionary, or you can say directory of the username, right, path, username, password, everything, role access has been kept by Oracle. Okay, it's a backend for Oracle. You can basically synchronize it up, guys. Okay, so whenever, right, the situation, one out of the case which you come across, right, you can initiate this process. Okay, click on submit button. So this will initiate your synchronization. Ideally right now it is not required for me, but still I wanted to teach you. That's why, right, I'm scheduling this process in the background. It will be up and running, right? It will get initiated, no issues with that. Okay, so this is how your synchronization happens. From blocked, it will be coming to your new status, which will be there. Okay, do remember this thing. So this is how your sync can be performed, right? How your synchronization of LDAP can be performed, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. Few more points which we'll discuss, then I'll take all your question. Today we saw standard role and associated with that, but there is a concept of custom roles also, right? Now let me tell you, in a real-time project, ideally we do not use standard role. Think over it, right? Let's say, right, there are 10 users. Will you assign procurement application administrator to everyone? No, that will not be correct thing, right? Let's take an example, right? You have 5 users which are there. Let's say you are my team, right? Let's say I have Musa, I have Ashutosh, right? I have Arya, right? I have, right, specifically Vijay with me, okay, and Varun with me. Now what happens is Vijay is working in US. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do, right, I want to give Vijay only access to, right, US business unit, or to the access to US area altogether. Varun is working in China, so I only want to give him access to China purchase order. To Arya, I want to give access to only Singapore purchase order. If you see, this is something you cannot control with your standard roles which are there, because standard roles are generic. Everyone will get entire access. This is where, right, your custom role comes into practice, guys. Custom role basically are, right, basically you get a provision to prohibit, right, what type of access which you want to provide. So ideally guys, right, in your real world, basically we use custom roles into the market, guys. But why I taught you standard role beforehand itself, so that you are aware about it, because custom roles will be created on the top of your standard role. That's one key point which is there, guys. Okay, see, this standard roles cannot be altered, but custom role basically provides your provision to basically create a role on the top of your standard role, where you can decide who will get what access. Let me give you more example. Let's say I have Ashutosh in front of me, I have Musa in front of me. Okay, what I want to do is, right, I want to give Musa access of purchase order, agreement, requisition. To Ashutosh, I just want to give an access to agreement and requisition. I want to restrict the access. If I would have given by the standard rule, then what will happen is both the folks will get the same access. That I do not want to do. Person by person, I basically want to, right, restrict the access, right? What data should be visible to Musa? What data should be visible to, right, Ashutosh? I want to control it up. This is something which is can be done by your custom rule, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. About the topic which are about to start, guys, from today onwards, right? At least expect 2 or 3 questions coming from your particular section in your upcoming interview, guys. Okay, I'll be very open. At least expect 2 or 3 questions, because custom roles is very critical. Okay, first understand theoretically, then we'll start to see it in the system also, guys. Okay, the first and very foremost, right, this is like continuously asked from 2 papers, guys, in your certification. What are the different types of custom role? It comes basically in an MCQ type. Always remember, there are 5 types of custom rules which are provided by Oracle. First, let me write down them. I'll teach you each of them line by line. Okay, job roles, duty roles. Okay, next one is your, right, auto provisionary role. Okay, provisionary role. Next one is nothing but your presidential role, which we also call it as discretionary role. Okay, please do not get confused if someone asks you discretionary role or someone asks you presidential role. It's one and the same thing, guys. I've seen folks get very much confused actually, right, when we ask presidential or discretionary role. Okay, don't worry, right, one and the same thing, guys. Okay, and don't worry, I'll explain you each of them. Discretionary role. In bracket, I'll write it down. Okay, so it might come in your interview directly as presidential role, or it might come as a discretionary role. So you should not get confused, guys. Okay, okay. And the last one is your abstract role. Okay, by heart it in your mind. Okay, this is something which is a direct question in your interview. During the training, guys, whenever I use this statement, not right, direct question in your interview, right, please, right, remember these things, right? When you write, have a see of my recording also, see where Varun has mentioned direct question in your interview. Very important for certification, right? Because these are the sector where, right, direct question comes. Okay, so please remember it up and practice these things all together. So someone asks you in your interview, right, what are the different types of custom role? What should be your answer? There are 5 types of custom role: job role, duty role, auto provisionary role, discretionary role, abstract role. Don't worry, I'll teach you each and everything. Right? These are the 5, right, types of custom roles which are available in Oracle Fusion. Types which is there. Also, do remember we call discretionary role as presidential role, guys. Okay, do remember this thing. First, we'll study the things theoretically, then we'll see it in the system also, guys. Today, I'll explain you only job role. Tomorrow onwards, we'll see the duty roles. Okay. Now, when I talk about job role, guys, okay, what happens is in job role, right, the segregation, that is nothing but who will get what access, is based out of the designation of the person, right? So segregation, right, of role happens based on designation. Happens based on designation. Okay, that is nothing but based on the job designation. Okay, take an example. This is something which is visible in front of you itself, right? And let me portray that example. Let's say, right, there's an IT company. Okay, if you see in your IT company, you have an, right, hierarchy which is there. Let's say there's one consultant. Okay, above consultant, let's say there's one senior consultant. Okay, right, above senior consultant, let's say I have a manager, right? Above manager, there's a director, right? Above director, let's say there's VP, and finally there's a CEO which is there. Okay, if you see, this is nothing but a generic, right, hierarchy which you see in your IT company, right? Most of you would be already have seen this thing, correct? Right? Now, what happens is, right, obviously, it's not like that in a company there will be only one manager. There can be 100 manager, there can be 1,000 senior consultant, 20, 100, right, or 20,000 consultant. If you go to big firm in TCS, imagine they will have many managers which will be available. Specifically, if you talk about, right, let's say Infosys, they will have many senior consultant altogether available. Now, what this company wants to do is, right, they want to give the access only to manager and above hierarchy to approve or reject someone's leave. Okay, approve slash reject leave. Okay, reject someone's, right? Right, we can write it down in this way. Okay, that means, right, neither your consultant, neither your senior consultant will have an access to basically approve or reject leave, right? It's only manager and above hierarchy which is there. That means, let's take an example. If consultant wants to apply the leave, right, it will go for manager for approval. If senior consultant wants to apply for the leave, it will also go to manager for approval. If manager applies the leave, it goes to director for approval, right? If director applies the leave, it will go for VP for approval. And obviously, right, if VP wants to apply the leave, it will go for CEO for approval. So what is happening, guys, here is main crux to understand. Designation is becoming a criteria that, okay, who will get what access, right? That's a correct statement. What I'm doing is, okay, manager and above designation, right, are having the access. Below designation will not have an access. This is something which you see also see. They say a trainee has joined a company, right? Analyst has joined a company, right? A new joinee is there, right? Intern is there. He will not get an access, or she will not get an access basically to approve or reject someone these, right? It's your manager which is there. In your project also, if you see whichever project you're working, your manager has more access which is there. So in job roles, what happens, guys, is your designation of the person becomes a criteria to differentiate who will get what access, guys. Okay, so why I'm teaching you this example, guys, is, right, because first you should know the critical thing, guys. Okay, examples are there in your mind, it will make your job easier. When we ask this question directly to the student, they look very confused. What is job role? They give up a mugged up definition from cloud environment. Do not do that. So remember the things with an example, that will make your job easier. I basically remember the things with an example, so it makes my job much easier. You should also do the same thing, guys. Okay, remember, by heart it up, right? Job role segregation is based out of designation, where job designation becomes a criteria. This is something, right? If you see not only IT companies, right, many area we see that, right? Accordingly, a person will have the access based on the designation which is there. See this, right? You come, let's say I join as a manager, right? Take an example, right? Musa is there, he joins as a consultant. Yes, we both are employee of the company, both are joining the same company, but my access as a manager and his access basically as a consultant will be different. I will have more power as compared to him. That is the reason we say that, right? Job role, what happens is designation becomes a criteria to differentiate it up. Okay, do remember this thing. Is the concept clear, guys? Before, right, I take a call from everyone, right? Abdul, Arya, Ashutosh, Imran, is a concept clear, guys? Please feel free,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? Perfect.
Varun, one question, like
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
you have told us it's five basic fundamental of standard roles and custom roles. So
No,
is these roles are
no, no,
specific to one
no,
module or
no. I'll help you that, right? Just to help you with that. Standard role, when I discuss with you right now, there are 15,982 standard role. Okay, that's
okay?
one point. Every module, what Oracle says is that there are five basic fundamental roles for every module. Procurement, I show you today, right? As we go training by training, when we go to O2C, order management, I'll show you five fundamental roles which are related to order management. So that will make your job easier. Okay, you'll remember the things. Okay, module by module. What is Oracle saying is every module, let's say financial, if you pick, right, in their case, five fundamental rules. Order management, if you pick, five fundamental rules. Procurement, if you pick, five fundamental rules, which is there. Got my point, Musa?
Yeah, yeah.
Till this you are with me. Custom role, when I'm teaching you, right, these are types of custom roles which are there. Then we'll be creating, there's no, right, specifically how many custom roles are there. There's no limitation. You can create 10,000, 20,000 custom roles, because this is up to you how many roles you create. Got my point?
Okay, irrespective of any module.
Irrespective, right? Up to you
Okay.
completely. Okay.
And the approve reject leave.
Mhm.
If manager is approving, then it's go to director. It's a workflow we can create, or it's
See,
like
this is just an example which I'm teaching you, buddy,
okay,
right? It's not related to any workflow. What I'm teaching you here is main is, right, it's your designation who's becoming a criteria. Okay, that means let's say you want to give an access to someone, right? What you want is basically, okay, based on designation, you're differentiating who will get what access. Getting my point, right?
okay, okay.
Right, that's the thing. Any other question, any other point from anyone? Please feel free. Any question? Arya, is it clear from your end? Abdul, all good from your end, buddy? Is the concept clear or not? That's the most important thing.
Yes, Varun. It's clear.
Perfect, perfect, right? Please feel free, guys. Okay, please feel free. No need to hurry, no need to rush. Most important thing is concept clarity. Base is stronger, things will become much easier. Prashant, from your end, all good, right? Samadhan, all good from your end, buddy, right?
It's all good.
Perfect. Varun, all good from your end.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yashwant, all good from your end. Any doubt in today's session, please feel free, buddy. Ask me any question, any doubt from your end. Yashwant, can you hear me? Is it clear to
Yeah,
you?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, nothing, no
Yusuf,
questions.
okay, perfect, buddy. Perfect. Yusuf, clear from your end?
Yeah,
All
all good. Thank you.
perfect. Samadhan, can you hear me? Samadhan Sheikh, can you hear me, buddy? Can you hear me? Is my voice audible to you? Okay, I think you're on.
Yes.
Okay. Any doubt, any question from your end, buddy?
No, all clear.
Okay, okay. Right. So I'll take a pause at this stage, guys. Right. We see many things, right? We basically created the user account. We discussed about standard role. We also have started the custom role. Many things we have discussed. Recording will be available to you after the session, right? Within 1 hour and 1.5 hours altogether. Please revise the recording, right? Now start jumping into the sense, right? You can also start creating your user account, right? Keep my recording parallel with you. You can start practicing into the system. Okay. So the first homework which I'll give you guys is please start to create your user account, right? And add 2 or 3 standard roles, which I have added to my user account. You guys also add it up. Okay. That will basically help you to revise the thing, guys. Okay. That will be very much important. Second point, guys, right? From tomorrow onwards, right now, also today, I think the meeting invite was basically freely available. Okay. But tomorrow onwards, right, the passcode will get enabled, guys. Okay. I think from today onwards, I think, this will be done altogether. So please make sure the folks who have already registered, well and good. The folks who have not registered, right, please make sure you get yourself registered. Let me just open the PPT in front of you. Okay. Right. Please get yourself registered, because from moving ahead, the corresponding meeting link will be passcode enabled. Okay. So please make sure you get registered for yourself.
That's a
Yeah.
new link or what? The same link or we'll get the new link from
Same
tomorrow
link,
onwards?
same link. No, same link, right? Only the passcode will be there with the link. Okay.
So, okay. The admin person will share the password with us.
Right.
Correct?
You have already registered with the course?
Yes, already registered.
Right, Prasad will already share, right? If you are registered, then you are already included with us. Don't worry, you can join at us. Okay, don't worry,
Okay.
right? Or if you have not received the passcode, just check with Prasad. Okay, he'll share with you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no separate link. Link will remain the same. Only it will be passcode enabled. Meeting passcode will be there. Okay.
Okay.
So the folks who have not registered with the course, guys, this is the number you can get in contact with our admin team. Okay. Please make sure you get yourself registered to access the upcoming course content, right? And you can access the upcoming series which is there. Okay. So let's meet tomorrow, guys. We'll continue our discussion. Yeah. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for joining the session, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.